All right, here we go. There we go. All right, let's go. Are we live? I think so. I think we're live. Hello, hello. Welcome to Camera Confidence. Yes, we are good. We're good to go. Okay. Hello, my name is Afton Porter. I am the creator of the Iconic Women Mastermind and hostess of the Real Estate Icons podcast and Facebook group. Hopefully, we are good to go. If you are here, comment below. This is the first time that I've streamed from the streaming service into the Facebook group. The reason why is they've changed some rules and they don't allow us to do this the same way that we used to be able to, but I'm going to be sharing some slides today. And the reason why I wanted to make sure we got this is because normally if you stream into directly from Facebook, you cannot show slides and your face. You could only do one or the other. And I have some slides today, and I wanted to have you see me and so we can interact. So, all right, let's see here. I'm going to pop into our group and make sure we could actually see it. I sure appreciate your patience in learning how to do this because I would like to do more trainings like this weekly, if not a couple times, a week. I mean, a month. All right. Let me know if you are watching live, where you're from, and maybe do like hashtag replay if you're watching the replay so that I know that you're here, you're learning how to elevate your camera style confidence. Now, this particular training is about your style on camera and having you feel confident in what you're putting out there. We have literally less than a second to make that first great impression. And honestly, when it comes to catching people's attention online, it's even worse, right? Like we've got to be able to catch attention, get and keep it because we're so easily distracted. Now, when you're in person, when you're meeting someone, first impressions used to be 7 seconds, and then it went down to 3 seconds, now down to less than a second. Because we're so distracted, we have to make decisions quickly. And we're going to decide if we want to continue this relationship or even start talking to them, right? Because in less than a second, you don't have time to say anything. People are making judgments very quickly and they're not changing their opinion. We are very stubborn as humans and we want to be right. And so the more that we get to know someone, it's actually going to confirm whatever our initial belief is. So if we originally loved somebody, we're going to continue loving them no matter how many mistakes they make, because, all showing up all in their humanness. We're just going to give them grace and, continue loving them. However, if we meet somebody and we're not impressed, and we have this kind of feeling in the back of our mind, as soon as we make a mistake, as soon as something comes up, it's just going to confirm that for us, and we're not going to change our mind. All right. So, super important. Now, in the digital space, we have even less than that, right? Because people are scrolling so quickly through their Instagram, on YouTube. And this is specifically designed for real estate agents who are wanting to elevate their camera online presence. I had someone reach out to me and wanted me to speak in their paid group to their memberships about camera style. And I thought, oh my gosh, I got to give this to my iconic ladies as well. So that's why I'm doing this training today. Hopefully, you really take the time to listen to this training, go through it, and then take the action. It's like reading a book or any other thing that you sign up for. When you watch something, it doesn't create the transformation. You actually have to take the action. When you read about a skill set, you can't just through osmosis become great at that skill in a book, right? You're going to have to practice it. You're going to have to actually take some action. And if I inspire you to do anything else today, it is to take action on what you're learning today. Because this can either continue to repel potential clients who would be great clients for you, but for whatever reason, it's not really clicking, or it could really transform and attract and become magnetic to your dream clients. And it's all through your personal brand style. Yes, you need to be great at what you do. Yes, you need to be an expert in your market. All of those things. But the beauty about personal style is it affects how people see you, but more important, how you are behaving, how you're showing up, and who you're being. All right. So the style is the expression of who you are and what kind of real estate agent you are. Where you're at in your business can be a sign of how you're dressed, right? And whether you're luxury or not. So we're going to talk about creating a luxury brand. And you might be thinking, I'm not a luxury agent, or I'm just new at this. I just want to improve my skills. The more of a luxury brand that you have, regardless if you're like certified in a luxury or not, you're going to attract buyers and sellers who are going to trust that you are the real estate agent for them. The more luxury that you present yourself. Now, you're going to get luxury buyers and listings and anything below. But if you are not presenting yourself as luxury buyers are not going to go to you. The lower listings will. They'll come to you. But if you're trying to increase your commissions, if you're trying to move neighborhoods, find like a new market, if you're trying to attract different clients than you are right now, the way that you can do it is through creating a luxury brand style. And we're specifically talking about how you are styling yourself, but I am also going to talk about your image as an image consultant. I'm going to 100% be covering those types of things today. I'm going to show you what to look for in your own videos. Are you making some of these same mistakes? And if you are, what can you do about it and what can you look for? All right. So I'm going to pull up my slides right now. Okay, I'm going to. I want to make sure you can still hear me. So I am going to do that. Okay. All right. Camera, style, confidence. Let's go. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Again, for those of you who may be new here, or maybe you're just catching this for the first time, my name is Afton Porter. I am a luxury image consultant and style icon coach for real estate agents. I am the founder of Style Guide Society, hostess of the Real Estate Icons podcast and creator of the Iconic Women Mastermind. In the mastermind, that is where we learn how to elevate our presence, our style, and become the iconic woman and agent in our market. So your image is the silent ambassador of your brand. When people see you, how you look, they are making judgments and they're making it rapidly. Whether we like it or not, that is how our brains work. And we don't do it to be mean or rude. We try not to judge a book by its cover, but we're meeting so many people. And how we treat ourselves is a reflection of what we believe about ourselves. We know this to be true. So we want to make sure that we're putting our best foot forward of who we are. Do we want to pretend to be somebody else? Absolutely not. But there's different things that you can do to represent yourself authentically and maybe make some small tweaks. And I'll talk about that today. In fact, I'll just do it right now. So I am styling a luxury real estate agent here locally who is also a TV hostess for American Dream TV. And she has an event coming up, and I am styling her for that. In our in-person style appointment, I do most of my appointments virtually. I have clients all over the country and all over the world. However, my local ones, I do try to see, especially my private one-on-one clients, in person as often as possible. So I was meeting with her, and I was wearing an outfit. I was wearing a black satin top, I was wearing all black. I love black, and I happened to be wearing all black that day. Black bodysuit, black crop pants. Now, I was wearing all my gold jewelry, not this necklace, but one that you've probably seen me wear, but like my big chunky gold necklace, gold earrings, gold everything. And I had two options. I had the gold heels that I have on today that I could have worn, or I also have these really cute peep toe patent leather slides. Not slides. Oh gosh, what's the word? Just really cute. It had like a sling back. It has a slide, or it had like a strap around the back, peep toe, patent leather. I totally love those shoes. I love both the shoes. But when I was thinking about my client, what of those two shoes, what would resonate more with my client? Which one would she feel like most at home? And this is what I call style hospitality. And this is a term that I've coined. We want to think about our client as if we were inviting them into our home. You're going to take out your best dishes, right? If someone special was coming over, like you might have whatever your everyday dishes for your family or for your friends, but if you had someone special that you don't have over very often, or maybe it is your friends and family, but you wanted to make this occasion special. You want to think about them. What kind of meal would they like to eat that you know how to cook, that you would love to provide for them? But you're thinking of them. What kind of dishes would they like? What kind of centerpiece would be perfect for the occasion? Would you want to buy some fresh flowers? Like you're thinking about them. You're not doing it from a point of, oh, I don't know if they're going to like me, so I got to pretend I'm somebody I'm not. Absolutely not. We're doing it in a form of hospitality. What do I have? You might go buy something new. Like if you're going to a special event, you might buy a new dress. You might buy a new centerpiece when you're having someone special over. But when you do it from a place of thoughtfulness, from a place of love and wanting to make them feel at home with you, You're being intentional about how you're setting up your home when you're inviting them in. Are you going to go buy a new home? Nope. Are you going to buy all new things? Nope. You're just making some little tweaks to make something special for them. And that's what we're doing with our style when we are aligning our styles with our dream client. We're not doing it from a place of they're not going to like me, so I have to go buy something to make me look like someone I'm not. When I was choosing my shoes, I was just thinking, well, which one would do I think? Now, this is also my interpretation, right? But which one do I think she would like to see me in? And I picked my shoes based on that. I love both of them. They're in my closet. I've bought them. I handpicked them for me. They're both 100% my style. They're definitely a different vibe, right? Like different aesthetics that we like to wear and dress ourselves in different situations. I love them both. Didn't matter to me. But what can I do to style myself in a way that my clients and this particular client would love the best to my ability? And that's what I did. And I picked the shoes that I'm wearing now, my um, gold heels. They're really fun. They're so comfortable. Thick, thick shoe. I would take them off, but I actually have them on, so I can't. All right. So I just wanted to show you a little bit about my own iconic transformation. I have a fashion merchandising degree. I worked in the fashion industry right out of college, landed my dream job as a liaison for CK Jeans. And I worked with the buyers in New York, and I traveled around the Southwest states and educating the local store managers, doing trainings, finding out what the locals in the area were wanting. And I would merchandise the area, make it look pretty, and teach the sales reps or the sales associates how to style it to keep it looking well for selling. So that's kind of been my thing from the very beginning. That would be brand styling for the merchandise. I later got married, had children, stopped working, and started being a little bit more intentional about what I was wearing. And even though I have a fashion background, even though I'm a fashion stylist, I got in a style rut. I don't know about you, but when I had kids, I put, I was just happy to get a shower and a clean shirt on. And when I was 40, so I'm 50 now, so 10 years ago, I started being more intentional about what I was wearing. I wanted to do something for me. And so as I started my own iconic transformation, redeciding what it is that I loved, how did I want to present myself, I started feeling more alive. I started feeling this awakening inside of me and started loving life and living more fully. When I look back at how my life has changed in the last 10 years, it started in that moment. And when I started dressing in a way that in clothing that I loved, now I wasn't taking a bunch of time, but I was just, when I was getting dressed, I was being intentional about it. It started this ripple effect in my life. And in this first before picture, everything that I'm wearing in there was gifted to me. I did not handpick any of that, though I liked it. I wore it. But look at the difference in how I feel, how I look, how I'm dressed, completely different. And I absolutely, absolutely looked and felt different about myself. I didn't know it at the time. What you wear changes your brain. I did not know this at the time. I know it now. And looking back, it completely makes sense. The clothes that we are wearing totally change how we are. Now, that's not what this training is about, but I feel like it's so important to mention because so often we think style is, some people think it's not important. I don't need to, it doesn't matter. People should like me for me. And yes, they should. But not only does it allow you to get that great first impression, to continue relation, get you in rooms that you wouldn't normally be in, it also changes how you see yourself. It changes how you're showing up, how confident you are. And when we look at your style and think about how you want to be showing yourself on camera, on your YouTube videos, you're going to show up so differently. It's powerful in a subtle, beautiful way. It's this confidence that allows you just to show up with love and not worry about anything else so that you could really serve your people well. All right. Enough of that about that. Your image is an important part of your business. So there are psychological reasons why you want to make sure that you are showing up polished and really intentional, because you're either going to be repelling people who are perfect for you, and you're also going to be attracting and repelling, right? Like you've probably heard that before. Your content that you're putting out is going to attract certain people. It's going to repel other people. And that is a good thing. We want to make sure we're doing that. However, what we don't want to do is repel people who we really want to work with, right? And so there are psychological reasons. One is the halo effect. And I'm just going to go over this very quickly. I have some other trainings that go into this deeper. The halo effect. How you do one thing is how you do everything. If you show up polished, your clients are going to believe that you are going to do some polished work. Your detail in your outfits, you're going to be detailed in your contracts. If you have stylish clothes on, now don't hear wearing a bunch of trendy clothes, but stylish, on trend, modern, you're going to know the stylish, modern, on trend homes with the latest and greatest gadgets and whistles and all the things. How we are presenting ourselves means way more than just what we're wearing. Okay. Veblen goods effect is the more expensive something is, the more desirable it is. And the more expensive it is, we believe, oh, it's good quality. It's going to last a long time. They're really good at what they do. They're worth the investment. Like, think of all the things. Maybe there's some things that was priced at a certain point that it was low and you thought, ooh, that's not going to last very long. Maybe like a pair of earrings. Oh, I don't want that. It's going to look cheap, right? People want certain things based on the prices. You're going to have some clients that are going to want houses based on the house price. They're going to say no to a certain house. They see a certain price. Nope, that's too low. I don't want to live in that neighborhood. They're going to make those assumptions, right? About the neighborhood, about the community, about the safety, based on the price of the home. How you are dressed, if it looks expensive, they're going to want you more. You don't have to spend a lot of money. You just have to know how to shop, what pieces to buy, and what good quality pieces look like so that you can show up and look like, oh, she is hired a lot. She sells a lot of homes. She's making the money, right? So that's kind of like where their Veblen goods effect comes in. And then social proof. Your style shows social proof. You're proving a lot of things by how you're showing up, how you're dressing. Okay. Your social proof in, again, selling homes. Your social proof in being able to communicate and interact with certain buyers that they're going to want for their home. If they think that you are able to get in the rooms of homes of people, get in the Rolodex of people who would be able to buy their house at top dollar, they're going to want you. So just lots of things to think about. Oh, hold on one second. Okay. Sorry about that. Let me grab a drink really quick. All right. Okay. So the style icon I am statement is how we align our style with how we want to show up, who we are. And we get in our habits of what we want to wear each and every day. We get in habits of how we're showing up, and we have like habitual thoughts about ourselves. And when we feel stuck, we're showing up in the same way day after day. We want to get unstuck. We're going to have to change how we think. And if we want to change how we think, we're going to need to come up with a style icon, I am statement that you can run all of your looks through and all of your images, your outfits. I like to have something that's going to help elevate how you're thinking about yourself. What are some thoughts? Well, what was your thought about yourself today when you got dressed? And if you were to run into a client right now, are you dressed in a way that they would want to talk to you? They would want to ask you more. They would want to schedule that coffee date. They would want to invite you to an event where you'd be able to meet more people, right? So think about how you're showing up in your business. Now, I understand that you might not be officially working. Maybe you're listening to this while you're working out. I understand that. But I really want you to think about, how are you showing up on a day-to-day basis? Are you wearing your loungewear clothes? Or are you like being intentional and thoughtful about what you're wearing? Okay. Okay, so the very, very, very first things that I work with my clients is knowing their best colors. And I'm just gonna run you through this, and we're gonna look at some examples here in a moment. But you knowing your best colors, knowing your most flattering silhouettes. Okay, and then also image coaching, style coaching, like working with a stylist, I feel like is super valuable. A style coach who is actually a life coach and knows what they're talking about. But that's the foundation of your icon factor. And let me just tell you, I believe everybody can be an icon. It is not reserved for the chosen few. An icon is someone who is showing up in their life fully as themselves, not making changes to who they are, what they love, who they want to serve, how they're showing up. You know, I think of Lady Gaga when she first started coming out. We were like, what the heck is she doing? Now, it was a brilliant marketing plan of her, you know, as she slowly started actually showing who she was. She hid behind costumes, but it was brilliant of her. Um, and sometimes we show up just wearing the same thing as everybody else because we feel like we want to fit in. We want to be seen a certain way. We want to, look luxury, but it doesn't, we think what that means is wearing a black suit and a shirt, right? The more that you show up as yourself, ladies, the more your icon factor is going to shine. Going to shine. Okay. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I didn't realize this was popping up right here. All right, so I want to show, I went on YouTube and typed in luxury realtor, and these are some examples that came up of women who they were showing up on camera. And I wanted to talk about it because there's some room for improvement. Not that they're doing it terrible, you guys. I only picked people who had that were successful in what they do. Okay. I think it's important to point out that sometimes when we think we're elevating our style, that somehow like how we looked before was crap. No, I don't think it needs to be like that. When I showed you my first transformational picture, it's not like my style was terrible. Wasn't like it was, didn't go. That color is one of my colors, right? But it wasn't me. It wasn't the image that I had of myself. It wasn't the image that I wanted other people to see of me. And it feels a little bit embarrassing to show that picture because I feel so disconnected from her. I mean, I love her, right? But it just wasn't me stepping into my fullest. And I'm still refining who I am, and I'm still refining my style and becoming the best version of myself. But I am proud of where I am now, and I was proud of her then. And there was great improvement. And I'm proud of the work that I did to get there. But girl, I'm just getting started, and I hope you are too. Okay, so here is a picture of a YouTube gal. Now, if you're listening on the podcast and you want to see the pictures, join the Real Estate Icons Facebook group, and you'll be able to go in there and see that. Or you could also DM me on Instagram at Afton Porter and just say, hey, you'd like the replay, and I'll send it to you. All right. Okay. So this lovely lady, when I'm looking at her video, the lighting is not great. It looks very yellow. What I do want to say though is when I look at her, let me tell you what I do like. I could see the contrast between her skin and her hair. She has a kind of equal contrast with the background, with the lightness of the yellow, the darkness of the wood. It's mimicking a little bit of what's going on with her. She is wearing one of her colors that's flattering. I can tell that. Okay. So she's done that well. Her hair looks presentable. What I would probably do though, if I was going to style her hair color and her top are both very dark. And because the lighting isn't super great, you can't really tell where her hair is and where her top is. And so I would definitely put a lighter top on her in her videos. I would encourage her to, whenever she's planning on doing a video and there's not great lighting, definitely put a lighter color. The lighter, the better. I would say the lighter, the better. Even like a white with her dark hair would have been great. Okay. Her hair itself is fine. It might need a little bit of it kind of looks like it might be a little bit frizzing a little bit here. And I know like in some weather, there's it's harder to get away with that. But maybe a little hair oil, maybe a little hair gel to kind of like get those curls to have more shape would be really pretty to soften those up. So imagine she has like a white top on, some mousse or gel or oil in her hair to make those curls a little bit softer. I really love um, her blush. Now, it looks like it was just painted right on top of her cheeks. The color is probably fine. I think the problem is that she has this fair skin and then she has this bright pink blush on that doesn't look like it's blended in, and it's it's covering a massive area. Now she's young and she could typically get away with different makeup as we get older. However, she's got too much and it comes too far in. Let me give you a little tip on blush. So let's talk makeup. You have some contour here that you can put in. It used to be we could put blush, we would go like this, and we would put it on the apples of our cheeks. No more. And hers even seems like it goes closer to her mouth than that even, and then it goes up to like almost to her eyes. So what we want to do is, let me find this is kind of a thick thing. I didn't know I was going to do this. Okay, maybe I'll just use my glasses here. So you'll want to, I'll use my finger. I'll just use my finger. You could put your contour here. You'll want to put in your cheek. You can I don't know if you can see that, but I have my finger in my cheek. That's where it indents. Right above it is where I put my contour. And then literally right above that is the blush. And it's not that much. It's just in the middle of the eye up towards the ear. Okay, middle of the eye up towards the ear, right there. We don't want to do it all over the cheeks. So I think if we just blended that in, even what she currently has, it would have been, which is fine. But if we tone down the cheeks and added a pink lipstick or maybe a slightly red lipstick with her white top, would be gorgeous. I probably wouldn't do really anything different with her eyes and her eyebrows. They look gorgeous. And then I would try to get this background a little bit more clear, the lighter. And then is this the best spot that she could have been? I see that it's dark outside. That's probably part of the lighting problem. Ladies, when you go to a camera, you want your face towards the window and you want natural lighting coming in. So so she might have a ring light set up since it is so dark outside, and she's doing the best that she can. But like when you're promoting and you're creating these videos on YouTube, on Instagram, wherever you're promoting it digitally, we want to put the best content out there that you can. The table is okay. Her background, not anything great, but it's better than, a bunch of, I'd rather see this than a busy bookcase. And let me tell you why. When I'm watching a video and there's somebody has like a bookcase in the back or shelving, I'm looking at the things on the shelf. I'm checking them out. I don't know if I'm the only one. And your brain kind of checks out to what they're listening to. So when you have stuff in the back, which is why I have very minimal stuff in the back here. I have a lot of antique furniture in my office. I have a lot of flowers and things like that. But guess what? In my videos, it's pretty plain because I want you to look at me. I also have a bright jacket on. I'll wear white or black as well, but that just is what I'm happen to wear today. And it's a nice pop in the background. Okay, so that is this lady. Let's go check out another YouTube channel. Okay, so she is going to tell us how to be a luxury real estate agent. And I'm looking at her, and there's definitely some improvement here. So we're looking at the back. And first of all, her colors that she has on, the colors in the background are actually perfect for her coloring. All the colors go well. Nothing's clashing against her natural beauty. So good kudos to her on that. I really love her red glasses. They are they're on trend. They look like that they're in her color code. They match with what's in her background, so that is good. So she's done a great job with that. Um, what what I would do is when she's filming these videos, less distractions in the back. Like even though everything goes well, cup and the hashtag coffee and whatever that heart thing is under there and all the class, it's just not luxurious. And if she's going to teach us how to be a luxury agent, or luxury backdrop. Now, wanting to go from good to great, from great to iconic, there's things that we can do. So I don't want you to hear that she's doing a great job, right? What could she do to improve this to up level? That's what I'm giving her recommendations, and I'm telling you this so that you can look at your videos and be like, "Oh, am I doing that? What can I improve here?" Like what's going on? Like why are my videos maybe not converting as well as they can? All right. So her colors all look great. It's just too much. So we want to kind of tone out the backdrop. Her hair, I actually really like. I mean, I would, other than the fact it doesn't look like it's super styled in the moment, and it's also like, she's moving in the video. I, all in all, I really like her hair. I like her glasses. I'm okay with, her natural makeup looks great. The only thing that I would do style wise, like her colors that she has on are great. Those they appear to be in her color code because everything just color wise looks good. What we need to work on is style wise for her. When I'm looking at the camera angle, it's making her bust area look bigger. Where your camera, okay, listen, ladies, where, excuse me, where your camera, so when your camera is straight on like that, it's going to make whatever's facing the camera bigger. So if the camera is like lower, let's bring the camera angle up and have it come up from the upper direction, and then it will angle it differently on camera so that her bust line isn't so prominent. And she probably does have a fuller chest area. So style wise, we could do some things to make that um, like not so prominent. So there's the camera angle, but then there's also style wise, there's styling, there's clothing things that we can put on her to minimize that area and just balance out the room and what's going on. Okay. But that is my recommendation for her there. I have another one. So, how to transition into a luxury real estate fast track. Okay. I think this was a video cast, but This also, again, does not look luxury. I think the colors are fine, but it's very juvenile. This might attract someone who's actually not a luxury realtor, so maybe that's why they're kind of going with this. But someone who is like already a luxury real estate, killing it, might look at that, would be more likely to look at this and think, this doesn't look luxury. Why would I want to listen to her about being more of a luxury realtor? Obviously, she hasn't gone through my style course yet. Totally fine. If you know her, you can always reach out and get commission for that. But the I'm looking at the whole cover, how to transition. It looks juvenile to me and not luxury. So we could work on that. And she's a beautiful lady. If I was going to put a tank top on her, I'd probably make it more of like a beautiful fabric, something more luxurious that looks high end, even if it's not high end. You can learn how to buy things that look just as good as something that is high end. It's not about the price. It's not about the brand. It's about how it looks, the quality of it. I would definitely change that up. I know she's probably a little bit younger. It's okay. There's things that we could do, right, to elevate her style. I like her hair. I like her makeup, the minimal makeup, you know, it's fine. But what I would do is focus on the clothes that she's wearing and how the wording and everything is on her cover photo. Last but not least, okay, ladies, you need to show your face in your videos. So this was a 7-minute, almost 8-minute video on Instagram. She literally did not show herself during the whole entire tour. I highly recommend that you show your face. There's a lot of psychological reasons for that, but if you are building your brand, they want to see face at least every once in a while. You need to be showing your face. You need to be connecting with your audience. People get tired of just looking at the houses. It's kind of stale. It doesn't have a personality. It doesn't have, it's not a living, breathing thing. People need to connect with you so that you can build your brand and that they like and trust you and not the house that you're showing. So show your face. Do not wait to the very end. A lot of her video, I think most of it, I didn't sit and watch the whole 8 minutes, but I kind of scrolled along the bottom and never saw her face. And then most of the video was up and down. It was vertical, which is not interesting on YouTube, right? If you're going to put a video on YouTube, it needs to be horizontal unless you're doing a short. This was not a short. This was a video on YouTube. And then this was the picture. We didn't see her at all during her video. And then we see her at the end, and it was literally this quality that you see, the blurriness is what the video looked like. And then her picture at the end was blurry. So that's something that would happen with a digital person. But as an image consultant, I'm looking at that part as the image. I wouldn't be able to teach you how to do that, but I would say, hey, you need to, have someone, you need to fix the digital graininess of your video. And her color of her dress is perfect for this girl's coloring. What I'm a little bit concerned about is it looks like the slit goes all the way up, plus it's opened. So that looks a little concerning. And I don't know if this was a digital image, like not even a real picture. She looks a little awkward as she's standing in her picture. So it's hard to tell if this is her natural way of being. So, like if it's her or if it was AI generated. But so if it was AI generated, I would understand why this dress isn't fine. You can go up past the knee, but that looks like it literally goes all the way up. And then she is in an awkward position and the picture's blurry. So those are the things I just wanted to mention. Everything else, the color, The V-neck I think is gorgeous on her. Her hair looks great. I can't really comment on her makeup, but I'm sure it's fine. Excuse me. So wanted to show that. Your image is a powerful tool, ladies, that can address all of these psychological reasons, help you show up as your best self, and attract and magnetize your dream clients. This is one amazing, iconic client that I have. This is a picture of her before and after in her iconic style. She's amazing. She's the sweetest lady ever, and she's so fun, which you could see the fun, right? Like with her colorful flowers. What we did is we took that and turned it into luxury. And she has probably a purse with a flower print like that. That's on her shirt. That's so beautiful. She's just has learned to channel this in, and she does a phenomenal job. So what is your icon factor? What is missing from your style, your image, that if I got my hands on your image, your style, that I could just like whip it up and help you feel like your style icon. So, the power of a strong personal brand essence is what we're going for. We are wanting to help you create a strong personal brand and bringing along your style with your essence. You're not just selling properties, ladies, you're selling you. And it's important that you take the time to do a little bit of work. It's not hard, just a little bit of work, the prep work to prepare your brand image. Okay, I'm going to invite you to hold on. Why is it? Do I do that? All right, there we go. Our time is almost up here. And so I wanted to tell you a little bit about the Iconic Women Mastermind. The first thing that you need to know is the price is going up on Monday. So I wanted to let you know that to jump in if you're like, hey, I need your help, Afton. I need your help. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen again, but this time I'm going to walk you through the Iconic Woman Mastermind because we are going to be talking about this in our mastermind on Wednesday. I'm going to be looking at those who are in there, how they can improve their Instagram, their YouTube channels, their videos. We have something called hot seat calls where we show up. I always do a training for the first 15, 20, 30 minutes. And then at the end, I coach my clients. We look at what they need to improve on. And so we're going to recently we did headshots. Time before we've done branding photos, right? Now we're looking at the YouTubes and your Instagram, your videos. We want to make sure we're just making those tweaks to elevate our image the best that we can, right? If you're going to be doing the work, you might as well be doing the work and creating the biggest impact. Okay, so we do weekly coaching calls. Well, almost weekly. The first one is an image coaching call, and this is where I coach you on how you feel about your style, your body. This month in the coaching call, we talked about how other people have talked about us, what they've said about us, and that we've internalized, and how it's affecting how we're showing up. One woman it's one thing, someone else it's another. It's just like my sister growing up, she'd always called me an Amazon, and I made that mean something about myself and how I was showing up. Okay. There's just different reasons. So that's one call. The second call of the month is a style training and coaching. You have any questions about your style, you bring them to the coaching calls. If somebody emails me, because people email me and message me on Instagram, I can bring those to the calls, answer the questions, right? So you get your questions answered, even if you can't make it there live. We have people all over the world in the mastermind. So some of them, it's in the middle of the night, right? So, and some of them are local, but the time just doesn't work out, but they are still listening, they're still watching. They're watching the videos and learning and growing, and it's affecting how they show up in their own life and style, even though they're not coming to the mastermind. But the collaboration that happens to those who come, we're building relationships. You have a network and a community is another benefit of the mastermind. So the second week is the style coaching. The third one is the hot seat call. So Wednesday is our next call, and that's going to be a hot seat call. The fourth week of the month, we do our mini capsule wardrobe. Now, the mini capsule wardrobe is designed for you to be able to see some outfits put together, go into your closet and try to recreate them. If it's not a holiday week and I'm available, I do a style strategy call at the same time as normal. So sometimes you get an extra bonus call. And we talk about how you can use the capsule wardrobe for your body shape, for your coloring, and how you can put it together. And if you're live on the call, you can ask your questions then. And if not, I'm usually teaching something and how you can get set up for the next month on your style strategy, because I believe wholeheartedly that when you take the time to prepare, your mornings are going to be smoother. You're going to feel better. You're going to show up in a whole different way. Just like I'm not good at, but it's food prepping. Like if I were to food prep, have everything ready, I wouldn't have to worry about what I was going to eat that week. But I haven't done the work. So guess what? I'm worried about what I'm going to be eating and trying to figure out when I'm going to make the meals. So when you take care of yourself beforehand, you don't have to worry about it, and you're able to just show up in calm confidence. And that's what the style strategy session does for you. And so those are the 4 calls. Join us inside the mastermind. How is my Wi-Fi? Wi-Fi okay? All right. Next, okay, I'm going to share my screen. Going to share you a little bit of what you're going to see. Oh, I didn't realize I was still sharing my screen. So hopefully you can see this. Here we go. Here we go. Can you see my screen? No? Yes. Here you go. This is what you're going to see. Stop wasting hours watching generic style videos, spending money on impulse purchases, and using energy worrying about your appearance. This is for real estate women in real estate. You can be luxury, aspiring to be luxury, or just wanting to elevate your personal brand image. My promise to you that in 90 days or less, you will have color confidence, you'll know your flattering styles, and have an elevated presence. Now, you got to do the work, of course. I can't magically make it happen without you doing the work, but if you do the things that I ask you to do and you show up to the coaching calls in 90 days, you will see a difference in your color confidence, in your style confidence, and your presence will be elevated without having to buy anything else. Okay, it's not about buying new clothes, it's about learning how to use the clothes that you have. So Sheila Grant, she is inside the Iconic Women Mastermind. She said, ever since I've been putting clothes together based on my palette and your different ideas, I've had a few women say to me that my outfits slay. She's a younger lady. And one girl last week asked me if I did Stitch Fix. I said, I have a really great stylist. I pick out my clothes 2 weeks in advance so I don't have to think about it in the morning. Yes, Sheila. Love it. Okay. So the membership, it's a membership and a program. So it's a program. It's not a membership. It's a program that there's a 3-month membership in the program or a 12-month membership. The difference is you have access for 3 months or you have ongoing support for 12 months. Now, you get all the same. You get all the things. So I'm going to scroll down really quick. Everyone, whether you get a 3-month membership or 12 months in the program, you're going to get a professional color analysis. I'm going to do your color analysis. It's me who actually does it. I'm going to assign you your correct color code. You're going to get digital color swatches. These you will have for eternity. Okay, for as long as I'm doing the digital color swatches. So even if you're in the program for 3 months, you will still have access to your digital color swatches for the lifetime of the digital swatches. Inside there, the trend colors update twice a year. You're going to get spring summer colors, which are the ones that you'll have right now. But even if you get the 3-month program, you will get the digital color swatches update for fall and winter. And what the update trend colors are we're looking at New York Fashion Week, London Fashion Week, Paris Fashion Week. Did I say New York yet? New York, Paris. I don't think we look at Milan that much, but we look at the colors that were on the runways and predict which ones are going to be in the store. And then you can use that to shop. Like you see some new colors that are fresh in the store. Which ones are best for you? Which ones should you just avoid? Those updated colors, the trend colors update twice a year. So you will have access to that forever. And your basic colors always you until you'll always have access to it, but you may need to update your colors, maybe if you go through a huge transition with your hair, but you will have those forever. And you get a body type guide and style support for 3 months in the 3-month membership. You'll get the style support, having a personal stylist in your pocket for a total of 12 months, 3 months plus the bonus 9 months, making it 12 months. Okay. You're also going to learn how to maintain your presence. So within the 30 days, really, you're going to have your colors, you're going to have your digital swatches, and you're going to start attacking your closet and learning what to wear, what not to wear, and then how to put your outfits together and how to elevate your presence. So if you go all in, you can get that done in 30 days, but I'm just giving you 90 days to do it so that you have the support, get your questions answered, and don't have to do it in a rush. However, I know that you're going to have different questions come up within the year. So I wanted the year for those who wanted it, but it's optional. It's just like a VIP upgrade to have me in your pocket every week to get the coaching, get the image coaching, get the style coaching, get the hot seat calls is my personal brand focus call. So we're going to be looking at, the training that I do that first 15, 20 minutes is is on your personal branding, but I'll answer any questions you have after that. And our group is those who are showing up live, it's a small group. So you are getting 100% attention. No one leaves without getting all of their questions answered. And still, you can learn. Hold on. Sorry. Are we still live here? Are we sharing our screen? Can you see? Oh my gosh, you haven't been seeing that the whole time? Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. Excuse me. Okay. Let me scroll back up really quick just so you can visually see it. Well, at least you were seeing me and not nothing, but here's the website. This is what it looks like. 90 days. This is my promise to you. Here is the two options. So you have the 3-month membership for $500, the 12-month membership for support in those 3, sometimes 4 coaching calls and then email and all of that. That's the main difference between the two memberships. Okay. This goes through what you get in the membership, in the group, I should say. Now, here's what you're getting when you enroll. Now, like I said, the price is going up. The 3-month package is staying the same. That will be $500. You guys, I used to sell the color analysis for actually $497. That's what it used to be. I no longer do one-on-one color analysis, or rarely do it, I should say. $500, your body type analysis with your guide, $500, style and image group coaching, $500 value. You're getting a $1,500 value. $500 is all you need to get started and to jump into this program. Now, the price that's going up is the 12-month package. Oh, shoot. It's not $500. It's $997. I'm going to go in and make that correction. But you still have the $500 color analysis and color guide, the body type analysis and guide, $500 value, style and image coaching, $2,000 value, and you get 2 trend reports, $200. So it's a total of $3,200 is what the value is that you're getting, that I literally have sold these things for. Well, actually, the style coaching, it was like, it's much more than that. It's $250 for a private session, for a 1-hour session. Plus you get to be with elite women, you guys. You get the community. So again, the membership's 3-month, 500, 12-month, $997. You've got to be in this group, ladies. So valuable for you to be there. You know, so the iconic women mastermind comment that just say, I'm in. Or if you want to join, then say, I want to join. So you want the link to get started. I'm going to put it in the comments so that you can click on that. Now, I am doing some bonuses. So if you sign up in the next 3 days, so by Sunday night, there's going to be a couple bonuses. Number 1, if you do the $500 membership, either one, whether you do the $500 or the $997, you're going to get a private. What we're going to do is a style session. It's a private style session. It's a 50-minute one, and together I'm going to help you pick out at least one outfit. We're going to try to do 3, but at least one for your next live video. We're going to talk about your background, makeup, hair, and like your image. We're going to cover all the things. Okay. We're going to do a little jump start for your personal brand image. You get this free. Like I said, normally $250 for this session. You get this as part of signing up, $500 or the $997. Okay. In the next 72 hours. When I reopen this, we're going to open this up at the end of April, you guys. So in a couple weeks, we're doing a launch, and the price for the year is going from $997 to $1,500. So you'll for sure want to jump in and grab that before the price goes up. And if you join with the $997, get the year-long program, you're going to get a free ticket to Iconic Live 2025, which is happening in October. And those tickets alone are $1,500. So Mastermind members were able to buy it for $997. They get their discount through the end of the year. You buy your year membership, $997. You get your ticket and a year, your iconic transformation, your color analysis, your digital swatches, your color guide, your body shape guide. You guys, this is going to be the foundation of your image. If you know you need to improve your first impression, you need to elevate your photos, your videos, you really need, like, maybe that's not your thing, like you're killing it and it might not be your thing, and it would be so much easier to have a professional help you. This is the real estate luxury brand image program. There's actually nothing else like this out there. So come join us if you're a real estate agent who would like to elevate your personal brand. You are like, Afton, I don't have time for this. I really need someone to do this for me. I do private image management and personal styling for private clients too. So if that is you, just go ahead and reach out or comment below that you're interested in having me do your image styling for you. I do have that as an option. It starts at $750. All right. Okay. I love you, ladies. Here's to elevating your personal brand image and having camera style confidence so that you could show up as the best version of you, pour your heart out to your clients, and do it feeling beautiful as your best version of you. All right. Until next week, think like a style icon. Bye-bye.